with all the latest news. Let's go Rangers.
Blueshirt Underground, motherfucker!
Yes, a Ranger bad. Yes, a Ranger bad.
This is an unlawful gathering. This is an unlawful gathering. The truth is out there. The truth is out there.
This is the underground. This is new media. This is the underground. This is new media.
Ranger fans, remember what's the critical thinking hangar. Ranger fans, remember what's the critical thinking hangar.
And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers. And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers.
This is New York Rangers hockey. 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 This is New York Rangers hockey.
Knowing them is like going to college. Hamburger University. Jim and Eddie.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Blueshirt Underground Show. Today is Wednesday. It is November the 17th. My name is Jim, and as always, I am joined on the other side of the window by a man who would never, ever piss on his fans in the middle of a concert, the one and only Eddie Geik. Eddie, how are you, sir?
Come on, boys and girls. I'm doing good. We're 10-3-3. I mean, there's no reason to be unhappy. I'm doing good, Jim. How are you, man?
Doing good. Rangers sit comfortably. Well, maybe not comfortably, but nicely in third place, which we'll take, right?
Yeah.
What is it? A point out of, I had the standings up. I was looking at them. They are 1 point out of first place.
Oh, 1 point.
1 point behind the red hot Carolina Hurrah Rangers.
Yes. The Hurricanes.
The Hurricanes.
Yes. The Brady Shea, Esper Fost. What, they have Antti Ranta too, I think. They have Tony DeAngelo's having a very good season for them. And Derek Stepan also on that team.
Lots of X-Rangers, like all New Yorkers. They go to the Carolinas now. They used to go to Florida, now they go to the Carolinas.
God bless. God bless.
Right. I wish you $1 million.
Wish you $1 million until it comes playoff time. If we got to play it, well, then you'll be my deadly opponent. Our deadly opponents.
Thank you, John Riggs. Feel free, guess in the chat room what jersey I am wearing. See if anybody guesses it.
I have no idea.
Obviously, you can see a side view of one of the numbers, but
right. I have no idea either.
Okay.
Super Bad My Ass. That's right. One of the best films, best comedies. I mean, let's think about it. This really, with the political correctness of this world, when was the last good comedy you could see that was a bit risque, if I may. Yes, Tim Erickson jersey he's wearing.
Not Kreider, not Bookaboom.
Yes. So yes.
Not Malik, not Robitaille, but I did have a Robitaille jersey.
So I love to see the people here today. I'm changing glasses on the fly, trying to figure out which one works better.
Not Vinny Lettieri.
Not Vinny Lettieri.
Not Kako. Not on the current roster.
Are we playing show and tell now? Is that what's going on? Because I have started, before we get into the Rangers.
Show and tell, just a game I play. Oh, sorry. Not Brian Boyle.
I have been acquiring Ranger cards at such a rate. Look at this stack. Wow. Fucking cards I've gotten. All Shesterkin, Adam Fox, Capo Caco. Here's a jersey card of both.
Not
Caco,
Peter Kruka.
No. And Adam Fox.
Ooh.
I'm not so happy. But I've been collecting. I'm back in. I'm in just when I thought I was out.
It pulled you back in.
And I've had to, because I was out of the game for like 3 years, the hobby, I got to catch up with all the Cacos and the Chester. I even got some Libor Hayek stuff, which he's not going to be on the Rangers by the time the All-Star break is over. But
probably not Chris Drury. Most definitely not Chris Drury.
Oh, fuck Chris Drury. No, for him, definitely not. Me, never. I wouldn't,
You got a better chance of eating a Subway sub than wearing a Chris Drury jersey.
Your hatred against Subway continues.
It's the worst food in America.
No, it is not.
Scott Gomez.
No, it is not. So, So, I've been feeling my Rangers lately. I feel like my Chris Kreider cards, which I bought back in 2010, they're going to new heights.
Going up, up,
guy, huh?
Up.
There are a couple people I know, including the real Nick Adams and the great Patty Duke, who never abandoned ship, cheered Chris through the bad times, the good times, the missing times. And they are reveling. They are saying, I told you so, guys. The beefcake, the man about town, give him the C, Chris Kreider. Look, he's a beast. So.
Not a Glenn Sather retro jersey.
I mean, the guy is producing, guys. Oh, Kana with a good shot there. Still, hockey cards have better hands than the actual. Cannot make fun of Chris Kreider's hands because of the shootout goal, which was holy Manoli, Chris Campoli, Tyler Toffoli. I was sitting in the sports book at the Borgata saying, what? He's 0 for 1 lifetime. There is no way. I was taking bets on the floor that he wasn't going to score. And I was a loser. And, of course, Jim, the prepared host, my co-host, has the video. Watch it. Look at the man. Look at D'Artagnan there, whatever that look he's going for. Frank Zappa.
The eyes of Ivan Drago.
Yes, look at the eyes.
Tell him it's a power play. Kreider moves in on Berge. Kreider to the net. He scores!
Yes!
And then does the Subban.
That's right.
Does the PK Subban celebration there.
Yes, that was the AHL goalie Jonathan Bernier, who came in to replace Miles Blackwood or whatever that guy's name is. Is that his name?
Mackenzie Blackwood?
Mackenzie Phillips.
Blackie.
Yes, that was the great Chris Kreider scoring. What a goal. What a night, folks. It was fantastic. Mackenzie, I'm sorry. Miles Wood is the player. I got them confused.
We all know who you meant.
It was cross-pollination.
He's a devil. He's irrelevant.
Exactly. Except.
Speaking of irrelevant.
Uh-oh.
Edward Geik, I ask you, do you know which team sits comfortably in last place in the Metropolitan Division of the NHL?
I surely do. And let me just tell you, the worm has turned. The New York Islanders are basement dwellers. And I ran into a couple Islander fans over the weekend, and I was just, now that the Rangers that were doing semi-successful, now I'm laying it into them.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You know, I know probably at the end of the season, when it's all said and done, I'll regret what I said, but I don't really give a shit. I said, you know what? You just haven't done it over an 80-game season and then the playoffs. So you're really not valid. Oh, but we haven't played a game at home. Wait till we get to the IBS arena.
The
You
IBS.
stink. I go, what? That's going to materialize goal scoring?
Right.
That's going to make Anders Lee a 60 goal scorer? Get out of here. You can't score. Can't keep the puck out of your net.
It could not happen to a more deserving team or fan base.
Well, it's early, but yes, I'm reveling in their pain, like you.
Last place is last place.
That's right.
You are what your record says you are.
That's
last
right.
place.
They're all, listen, they all want to pounce on us when we're down low, so right now they stink. So I am enjoying every second of them.
For a brief moment last night, the Rangers were in first place, and the Islanders were in last place.
They're getting a little worried, the Islander fan. I met an Islander fan.
It's a room full of cutters laughing.
And I can corroborate this. This is from a source that
Ooh.
this. No. This is a true story.
Oh.
I talked to a guy who, when the Islanders got eliminated, an Islander fan now, when they got eliminated against Tampa Bay, that 1-0 game, he cried for 10 days.
Good.
I said, 10 days? He goes,
not enough.
I go, you lost.
Not enough.
10 days.
Should have been 20. Should have been 30. Cried for years.
All right, let me ask you. I mean, we've endured so much pain as Ranger friends. Do you ever remember crying like over sadness over the Rangers in your adult life?
No.
I don't think I ever cried. I mean, I'm not saying you can't cry, but maybe you cry maybe a half hour. I mean, 10 days. You better check yourself into a fucking hospital.
I cried when they won the cup.
Oh, all right, Jen.
Not ashamed to admit, I cried when they won the cup.
When did you cry, Jen? I want to know the specifics of when people cried. Was it when
the day I moved in?
When Matthew Barnaby screwed us over in that interview? I heard a laugh.
He's coming on any minute now. Hold on.
Hey, Rock. Rock, did you ever cry after a Ranger loss? I want to know. Yeah, well, winning the cup. I mean, that was like.
And it's been so long, I'll cry again when it happens.
The Tampa Bay loss? Okay. All right.
I was close.
For 10 days, I think you got some mental problems, which I think is most likely most Islander fans.
I cry whenever Valley
That's true.
On TV.
So anyway, I was talking smack against the Islanders. Oh yeah, I said, oh yeah, you got great goal scoring there. Matthew Barzal, let's watch him skate around for 40 minutes. Anyway, so enough of those guys. So the Rangers, listen, I still don't know what's happening. I don't know how they're doing it. I just know that they did what they reversed what they needed to reverse. And that was the lack of shots on goal. And they've been able to do that. And it's given the goalies a little bit of a break. It's given the defense a little bit of a break. They've been out there. I think they put up 40 shots in 2 out of those 3 games. I
believe you are correct.
Sure. So, it's been good. There are some things that we're going to talk about.
34 shots last night. 41 against the Devils. 41 against Columbus.
That's your secret to your success. And some guys have really upped their games since the last time we spoke. And it's been really good. Last night's game, it looked like the Rangers were going to really just rout them, but what happened in the second, third periods, the Rangers there was some pushback by the Canadians.
Yeah, they kind of let the Canadians hang around last night.
Yes, the Rangers, Yes, that's right, Paul Sliker. Macho Capo Caco playing very well.
Eddie Geik, I got a question. I'm going to ask you right now on this program.
Okay, here we go.
Have we seen the corner turning for Capo Caco? Will this springboard him?
I hate to get on the spot here because anytime I'm on the spot, I can be called to the carpet at any moment for being wrong.
He is waffling like Aunt Jemima right now.
Well, you know what it is? Because Doug's got me off my game. Doug the fisherman. He's all about
Gordon's fisherman?
No, he's not a Gordon. He's just a fisherman. Doug, he's like, oh, what about Kreider? You seen enough of him already? Because we've been critical of Kreider, and now he's looking gold. So they're taking the opportunities to take shots at us. And I could take a freaking shot, I certainly can, but but I will acknowledge when somebody is doing well. I'm not one of these guys. If I got my foot on your neck and you start proving me wrong, I just don't continue to. So,
right.
I think Capo Caco,
go ahead,
as consistent playing on that line, will continue to play well. But as he turned the corner, give it another 2 weeks or so.
I like that line a lot.
I like that line better than the first line.
Yeah. Here, a case in point, we don't push agendas on this show. We make our judgments based on what's going on at that particular moment in time. Case in point, Keandre Miller, who I've been on, has played well the last couple of games. He's played very well. And you know what? It's time for this fan base to get off Jacob Trouba's back.
That's right.
I don't want to hear it.
Well, you know what?
Big contract, big deal. He's played well. We've seen guys not play well with this kind of money. He's played well. He's doing just fine. And he is one tough son of a bitch.
The Rangers are winning, so now everybody's,
everybody's great.
Right. And then when they lose, then the agendas and everything becomes prevalent again. So, although, yes, Paul Sliker is right again. I mean, maybe it's just a 1 year difference in the years that they played, but Caco looks more promising than Laffy. But that may just, be a development thing. Anywho, so I think, what do you think? Has Caco turned the corner?
I think he definitely looks. The problem is there's been times where he's looked like a different player. We like to use that phrase. Guy comes out, plays a game or two, and kind of has a couple of dominant shifts. So we like to use that phrase. He's a different player. He looks like a different player. But we've seen it before a couple of times with this kid. But I think he's getting comfortable on that line with Panarin and Strome. I think they're starting to build a nice chemistry, and hopefully it just continues. Hopefully it continues. I think we've seen good things at times from him. Same thing from Lafreniere. I know that this fan base can't wait to destroy these two kids. And look, these are the only two high draft picks we got left. We got to rally behind them. I mean, come on.
I know. I was very critical last show about him, and I still feel the same way. As far as Lafreniere goes, I mean, he got a goal the other night. Bully for him. He got, he tapped the puck in the net. Whereas you saw a lovely goal by Caco the other night where it showed some kind of high-end skill. And, that gives you a little bit more, good feelings. I But I hope that I'm not rooting against him. I want him to succeed. I don't want to be like, oh, the drift pick. Rangers can't drift. We all know the Rangers can't really draft. I mean, so maybe the de facto Lafreniere pick will just, because he was not as smartest people in the room pick. He was consensus by the whole league to be picked first overall. Maybe
Right.
it'll pan out. But I'm not rooting against these guys. I don't root against my own team. So, but
let's take a look at the Capo Caco goal real quick.
Listen, invest in his hockey cards, ladies and gentlemen. Buy them direct for me.
That's not what I wanted to do. There we go.
Laval in the American Hockey League. Chase for Panarin. He waits and it's blocked. He sends it, scores! Capo Caco!
Panarin. Capo Caco.
Panarin. Awful. I mean, come on, let's go. I mean, that's we want to see. And Jennifer mentioned it in the chat room. He barely smiles when he scores, but when Reeves was fighting last night, he was like, I'd never seen him so emotional.
He had like a Cheshire cat grin on.
Yeah. So that was good to see. It was good to see Ryan Reeves actually drop the gloves last night. And a very integral part of the game he was. Because that...
We have video of that too. We can watch that whenever you're ready.
You are like Roger Nielsen, Captain Video.
I'm Baba Booey tonight.
Wow. And a Baba Booey to you.
Producing this show as best I can. Well, look, we have an unlimited budget here at the BSU Empire. So
it was.
We have that video too. Whenever you want to watch it.
Well, might as well watch that. He definitely beat this guy's banana in there. I forgot what the guy's name was. It was something.
Perfetti, confetti, something like that. Peruzzo. I don't know. Where is it? Here we go. What is it? Michael. Mike. His name's Michael. Pizzetti. That's it.
Piscetti?
Yeah.
Pizzetta. Forget a Pizzetta.
Pizzetta. Number 55, and Ryan Reeves dropped the gloves.
There we go.
And Reeves is telling Pizzetta to come on in. I don't know what set this off, but Pizzetta sacrificed himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one way to get yourself known around the league. Is to fight one of the toughest guys. There's Pizzetta. There's the hit. Is to fight one of the toughest guys.
There he is.
Look at that grin on him. He's having fun, right? Right? He looks like Cutsy when he's not flaccid.
Look at Panarin.
Get yourself
like
known around the league.
Working at the gate.
There's to fight one of the toughest guys. There's Pizzetta. There's the hit.
Definitely wanted to go.
Good
That
solid
slash
hit.
was a little bit like, we're going to fight.
Oh, and then Pizzetta didn't like the hit, just went right after him. Maybe just.
Joe.
Actually, no, he backed
It's a
up. He
1-1
never
game,
really went
but
after him.
Pizzetta's a young player that's trying to get established.
Oh, Joe.
Joe. Uh-oh. I mean, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I would have been like, hell yeah, they're going to fight.
Ooh, yeah.
Did you think it was weird? Because I thought it was weird that Reeves and this Pizzetta guy are, they're a good 8 to 10 feet apart, kind of squared off. I mean, they're almost in opposite corners, and the refs just let them go.
Yeah. They don't want to get involved in that stuff. They used to do that stuff. Remember Nikki would do
COVID?
that? Oh,
You don't want to get in the middle with the COVIDs?
maybe. But you remember when Fati used to do this, like the Marcus of Queensberry thing?
Right.
And he would dance with the guy. And sometimes they would just, the linesman would just jump in and hold his arms and he'd get 2 minutes for delay a game.
Right.
He wouldn't even throw a punch. So, yeah, maybe with that, they don't want to jump in. But I was good to see. But this will come back to another situation, which I guess we'll just start talking about it, is this whole PK Subban, which is Pecan Subban.
That's funny.
Which has divided the fan base into two camps.
Really has.
It has.
It really has.
PK Subban Forgiveness Network and PK Slewfoot Conclave. So, where are you folks? Are you saying, well, you know, PK really didn't hit him. He didn't mean to hit him. Because he obviously had contact with Sammy Blay, who is now out with a torn ACL. And Jim, let me tell you,
for the year,
the audio on this is horrific. Have you heard the audio on this?
I have not.
If you can search and find that, it's on the tubes, either RedTube, Pornhub, Psychic Friends Network. It's all over. The screaming by Blay.
I'm not sure I want to hear it.
Oh, come on. They want to hear it.
Hold on. I have a video, though. Let me see if. Oh, okay. Oof.
Oofa.
All right. All right.
Jim can take it. You're going to act like a man.
You know what? I got to be God's honest truth. It's harder for me to hear the screaming than it is to watch the injuries.
Yeah, it makes it more
like
real.
A mosquito or a gnat that's just, I fucking missed them. You see it?
You're like
watching the show. Fucking, I don't know if it's a mosquito or gnat. Fucking thing keeps buzzing around. Anywho, all right, here we go. Here it is.
Broken up by Janssen. Strong defense.
Is the audio on?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I couldn't remember if I clicked the button to turn the audio on. I'll back it up.
Broken up by Janssen. Strong defensive play by the Devils. Blay went down. Sammy Blay's hurt. Oh, boy. Oh, man.
And I'm wondering if he didn't. Geez, he reached for his knee. And I know he was trying to dig the puck out along the board. Subban was there. I thought Subban's stick was down on the ice.
Wow.
And I'm not sure if his stick caught in the skates and he twisted in a funny way. But he
Now, before we go on, because I already searched ahead and I see that they have both replays on here. One replay, which was the first one they showed, it's very hard to tell if there's contact. When they show the other angle, I think it's pretty obvious that there was contact.
went down and looked like he reached for his knee on the play. I'm not sure how much Subban had to do with it. The fans here think he did. Hard to tell. Jim Ramsey is
not putting any weight at all on the right leg.
Thanks, Doc.
in a lot of pain. There he is. Oh, you know what? I mean, Subban didn't do anything. He just.
All right, so that angle, it is difficult to see anything.
You know what? His right leg just went straight into the boards. Watch his right leg.
Look, right there.
No, they came together with Subban's, right?
Contact.
I don't know. Did Subban stick?
See, you know, and this is where having an announcer like Philly or Pittsburgh or Boston has. I mean, those guys would have been screaming for Subban's head. Meanwhile, Joe is looking for every fucking excuse he could find to excuse an opposing play.
That's right.
No, he came to get.
I mean, Joe is essentially in defense attorney mode here. My client is framed. He's being misrepresented.
There was Subban's, right?
Contact
I don't know.
Joe.
Did Subban
He's
stick out
afraid
his leg?
Danico is going to beat the shit out of him next time he sees him.
Hard to tell from there.
One more time.
It just went straight into the boards.
Back
Watch
and
his
to the
right
left.
leg and skate.
Right there.
No, he came together with Subban's,
there was
right?
contact
I don't
there,
know.
Joe.
Did Subban stick out his leg?
Did he? No.
Did he?
Hard to tell from there.
All right, so
There you have it. So that second angle, I would say, is pretty damning. Can I say without a shadow of a doubt that there was absolutely contact there? I think it certainly looks like there's contact. It certainly looks like their skates touch.
right.
And we're talking about a guy who has a reputation of doing this exact thing, has done it to one of our players, just has had 2 fines or suspension, 2 fines this season for dirty plays. This guy's reputation more than precedes him. But there's Joe Micheletti for the defense, Your Honor.
Yeah, and I don't know who
Subban wasn't even on the ice, Sam. That's not him. That's another black guy.
I mean, I don't know who skates into a person like that with their legs wide open like that. If you're going to hit somebody, I can't. The guy, as Bill Chadwick used to say, has a reputation for doing. He's got a reputation for doing this. He's like Crazy Legs Hirsch. So anyway, I can't give the guy a benefit of the doubt because he's done dirty moves before.
Right.
But a lot of Ranger fans, a lot of well-respected Ranger fans that I know are saying, no, it wasn't his fault.
It's fine. I don't know. I don't know how they could be seeing so differently than what I'm seeing, but that's okay. That's fine. We don't all have to agree in this world.
Now the secondary question is, should have it been taken care of by one? This is another one's dividing Ranger fans.
Yeah. And I was in the camp that something should have been done before that game was over. Granted, and I heard Ryan Reeves' explanation.
I don't buy that's a bad explanation.
Whether you buy it or not, I heard his explanation.
I don't give a fuck about the 2 points.
Well, he doesn't want to. He doesn't think Subban's going to fight him.
Yeah, he has no choice.
He said, "What am I going to do? Cross-check the guy and get a penalty?" Sometimes you got to take the penalty, right?
Did Tom Wilson think that Pavel Buchnevich was going to fight him or Tammy Panarin? No, you just start ragdolling that fuck and start beating the shit out of him. No choice.
Now,
you're not paid to play hockey. You're not, Reeves, you're not paid to play hockey. Sorry.
It was also said that if Reeves had done something, and this was said directly to me, that I would have been the first one crying about a penalty, which is a bunch of fucking bullshit. I would never complain about a penalty taken for a guy protecting a teammate.
That's right.
Never.
And I'll
a senseless offensive zone penalty? Yes. A senseless slashing penalty? Yes. A penalty where you're standing up for a teammate who you've now lost for the season. A key guy. Whether we think he is or not, the Rangers consider him a key guy. He's a top 9 forward, playing on the 3rd line, 2nd line, 1st line.
He's a young guy.
They got a lot of hope. They spent a lot to get him.
Right.
They gave up a lot to get him. Nothing was done. I have a problem with that. I was very surprised. A lot of Ranger fans said, no, can't do anything. Can't take the penalty. I was told you can't start something, but you don't want to get into that type of stuff before Christmas. I don't buy that either. Too early in the season was the point.
Early in the season,
but I don't understand it. For 10 years, people are screaming this team's not tough enough, too easy to play against, and there's more evidence of it. I don't know. Would they feel the same way if that was Panarin again, getting slew-footed into the boards and out for the year? Would they feel the same way? Would they still be okay with absolutely no retribution in that game?
I don't think so.
Is it just it's just Sammy Blais?
Right.
Because I'll be honest with you, the reaction from Ranger fans, the passiveness has really surprised me. Really surprised me for people that have been screaming for 10 years.
Screaming the whole season.
I don't quite understand it.
And the whole. I mean, and they kind of gave him a pass on the non-fighting Tom Wilson in game 1. And now we get listen. Last night, I think he got the message, and it paid off for the Rangers. And it's not always going to pay off when you start these fights, but when it does, it's a game changer. And last night, that was a game changer. What he did, well, it's almost like it got in his head. I better have a fight soon because they're starting to question me not going. And I thought that I thought it was kind of like, oh well, I don't want the coach to be mad at me because of the score.
Yeah, I mean, and there's this balance in this debate that's gone on now since the firing of JD about getting tougher, getting harder to play against. It's not just about fighting; it's about standing up for yourselves. I mean, we've seen it too many times, and I'm sorry because you're sitting next to me, but we saw Marion Gaborik get killed, and we saw Dan Girardi stand there. We've seen players get killed, and we've seen guys frozen in time doing absolutely nothing. We've seen our goaltenders get run for years with no retribution. And now, the Rangers invested a lot of time, money and assets into getting tougher. And then
they watched one of those assets go up in flames too. The guy they hit is one of the guys Subban hit was one of the guys that's supposed to be more, a guy who hits, as well. I mean, if it was like,
but I mean,
don't know.
If
it was Libor Hayek, we wouldn't have. It doesn't really matter. But
I guess maybe I'm confused. I don't know. I don't know how else to put it. But isn't this the reason why you got tougher? Isn't this what being tough is? I'm not just talking about just fighting a guy, beating the hell out of him, but somebody's got. I mean, something. Well, yeah, it's great that they won the game, absolutely, but is PK Subban going to think twice the next time? No. Not against the Rangers. Not right now. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I mean, I love
it's great that Ryan Reeves fought a guy that challenged him. I mean, the guy had to, quite frankly, the guy looked like me fighting Ryan Reeves. He had about as much chance of winning that fight as I would have. But I was disappointed that nothing was happening, that nothing was done, and I'm very surprised at the reaction. I really thought, I'm like, where's the pitchforks? Where's the boiling oil?
Well, the Rangers in the offseason will have to get somebody to go after PK Subban.
I guess so. Maybe we need toughness to protect the toughness. I don't know. I remember certain people saying we got to go get John Scott.
Yeah, I mean it was blood. There was blood in the water.
And that was one of the people that was telling me that Ryan Reeves did the right thing. I don't get it.
I guess it's if the Rangers win, everybody forgives, doesn't see this shit.
Mike, I'm down. Let's do it. I'm really surprised. So I'm like, well, you know what? And I'm not going to argue with people on social media because it's fucking stupid.
Oh no,
Everybody's got their own opinion. That's fine. I'm surprised at it. That's all. I'm not gonna call you, I'm not gonna call you an idiot or a racist or whatever because you don't agree with me as I was the other day. That's yeah. I was told that if he wasn't black, it would have been a different. I wouldn't be on his case.
Black, weren't they? Subban
and because I was getting on Reeves' case. Yeah.
Oh, please.
I was told that it was
a 34-year-old goon. Well, that's my thing is, I mean, 5-on-5, I think Blay was much more of a factor than Reeves is because Blay hits. He has a little skill. He's got upside. This is a 34-year-old guy who we explicitly got to fight. And when we get run over by other teams, and then this serial slew footer, maybe not, takes a guy we got in trading Pavel Buchnevich, and he's screaming on the ice. You're cringing at just hearing the replay. Imagine you're on the bench and you hear your friend, your teammate scream like that. You don't want to go out and kill that fucking guy? I'm sorry. That's and you're worried about the fucking score against the Devil Dogs? Who gives a shit? Kill a 2-minute power play. Kill a 4-minute power play. Just take that guy and beat his face bloody. So, get suspended. You're a goon.
I was just, it's fine if you don't, like I said, it's fine if you don't agree with me. I have my opinion.
Well, I'm on your camp. Seems like most of the people in this fucking chat room in your camp.
Right. And that's
these
fine.
These on the internet, the twatter, apparently they don't know what's up.
I don't even barely
know. Well, Facebook
anyway.
or whatever they're calling it this week. Meta, whatever.
Metsies.
I don't know.
So, but it's all good.
Really dirty.
You can have your opinions. You can tell me I'm crazy. You can tell me I'm a jerk. I'm a racist. Whatever. It's all good. I wish you $1 million.
I don't understand it all works that racism thing. Everybody just cries racism now. It's just so stupid.
It's all good. Life goes on.
I know, but I mean, I don't like to see you be taken to task. When I don't see it, I want to stick up for you. I'm like Ryan Reeves. I'll take a fucking triple match penalty to defend you.
You're not worried about the instigator?
Fuck the instigator, that stupid rule. That show's a travesty, by the way. Episode 2, fucking horrible.
There's an episode 2?
There's an episode 2.
Oh, good God.
I don't want to mention the show, but I think you all know it. Right now, it was sticking it. It's bad. I will say the technology is a little bit improved.
Oh, well, it had nowhere to go but up.
But in the Rangers case, say you're James. I don't want to belabor this point because the Rangers are doing fantastic. We're all loving it. We're high as a kite.
Couldn't be happier.
But if James Dolan is disgusted about what happened to Panarin and Buchnevich with Tom Wilson, how is he when he sees a guy screaming at Madison Square Garden at the top of his lungs? And
he wasn't there.
Well, he was obviously there for the Tom Wilson thing. Somebody sent him the videotape. That's why we fired everybody and their mother after that happened.
Well, that was say they're pissing in his ear.
All right, then say they're pissing in his ear now.
No.
This doesn't affect them?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Well,
I don't even know if they're still paying attention now.
He's in Banff. You don't know what the fuck's going on. So, I mean, it's something to talk about, and it's something that I feel like this is a guy who's fought at the drop of the hat his whole career, but now he's thinking about it with fucking that wascally wabbit, Jawad Gawant behind the fucking bench. who I'm going to say it right now, folks. He's turned this team around. I have no idea what he's doing. I still have no idea, but they're playing for him. So that's
Still
all.
no plan.
Still no
Still
plan.
no plan.
But the messages are getting through. God bless. I wish you $1 million.
Right. I don't know. It's working. And, part of me says, well, they beat Montreal, they beat Columbus, and they beat the Devils. But they did beat Florida last week. And they did they did give Edmonton a tough go.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not taking them for granted. I'm not saying, well, the Canadians suck. They beat them. That could have been easily a trap game. That's a game they might lose under David Quinn. Since I don't remember a winning streak ever under Quinn this long. I told you that in the beginning of the year. I never felt like we went on winning streaks. And this seems like a winning streak. And that game could have been a trap game last night.
4 in a row.
4 in a row, baby.
10-6.
10-3-3 or 10-6, as you say.
10-6. Wild card in the NFC East.
It's so funny. I saw that. It's so funny. I some of the people I was hanging out with, I brought up that you only counting the Rangers as 7-6 at the time,
right?
And they were like, "That's ridiculous." I was like, well, they are technically loser points,
right? I mean,
I said, listen, whatever.
It looks pretty, but it's phony. I mean, you win or you lose. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to beat this again. Doesn't matter if you lose in 5 minutes or you lose in 10 minutes. You lose. Did you win tonight? No, we lost. Oh, well, did you lose in overtime? That doesn't matter. Either win or you lose.
You never replace and also just emotionally, the feels wise, when you win, and especially if you're a Ranger fan, you're elated when they win on 3-on-3, which is almost an impossibility because the Rangers, for some reason, can't conquer the 3-on-3 thing.
And if anything,
most nights.
And what's funny is that an overtime loss hurts way more than a regulation loss.
Yes, especially if you come back to tie.
Right. And then you lose anyway?
Yeah, you lose anyway. What the fuck? It's
like you're here, and then you're up here, and then you're, oh, fuck. Except for the stupid point, sometimes I'd rather lose 6-1 than blow a 3. There's like a 5-1 lead against Edmonton and lose in overtime.
It's true. Well, yeah, Jen makes a good point. We are too slow for 3-on-3. Also, that first line never gets off the ice. Panarin and Zibanejad and that was it Strome. I think it's Strome, Panarin, and Fox. Is there 3-on-3? Is that
usually that's that? Yeah, that's. I think that's who he's been starting.
They stay on the ice for like 2.5 minutes. They can't get off, and then the other team scores.
Part of that is Panarin. He doesn't same thing on the power play. Same thing on the power play. How many times have you seen him out there for almost an entire power play?
Didn't he cost them a game at 3-on-3 early when he shot it right into the guy's fucking?
No, he was coming in on the wing, tried to go into the middle, and he tried to go into the slot, and and there were 2 guys there waiting for him. He didn't make it. They took the puck away, and they went down the other end of the ice and scored. And then the next time they went to overtime, he tried the exact same thing, and it almost cost him again.
Watch the next overtime. Panarin will be out there for the opposing 3 line changes. They've already changed 3 times that he's out there. The critical Reeves theory. What is this now?
I don't think y'all's
William Scott, y'all CRT. I ain't gonna teach that to my kids.
Liam, I'm not debating that. The fourth line has played very well. They've been literal game changers at times. That's not my point. Liam could say whatever he wants.
Well,
as far as I'm concerned, this could be called the Liam Scott Blueshirt Underground show.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean the fourth line has been, good.
We're completely uncoachable.
Who said that?
Jen said we're completely uncoachable.
I think we are. I don't know what's going on, but whatever he's saying, the mustachio, that mustache, jeez. But since that mustache has been growing, so is his influence on the players that he doesn't know.
Right.
And you're right, New York Ranger Mike. Since the Rangers are terrible on faceoffs, 3-on-3, they lose the faceoff. They never see the puck again. So maybe that's why they hold on to the puck for.
Yeah, because it's a completely different strategy when they go in these overtimes. Now, you'll have a guy get the puck in overtime, and he'll pass the puck all the way back to his goaltender so that the team can change. I'm just waiting for the day where the Rangers put the puck in their own net in overtime. That day's going to come. Puck will hit a rut in the ice, skip up, hit off Georgiev's shoulder, and it'll be behind him, and they'll lose 5-4, miss the playoffs, and then we'll have to get tougher. He looks like Gomez Adams with that mustache.
Oh, don't make fun of the coach. I'm not with that. You're losing me.
How dare you?
You're losing me. I was just, and I have to ask you guys, fucking Georgiev, he played a pretty good game in that Devils game. If you look back at it, right before I think the overtime, he stopped the great Jesper Bratt on yet another breakaway, and then going into that overtime and the shootout. For some reason, I can hear myself now. Anyway, I didn't have too much confidence. What about you?
No, because no, I don't have a lot of confidence in Georgiev to begin with these days.
He played a pretty good game.
He did play a good game, but you know what? He's got a tight, and I hate to give Valaket any credit, but he was talking about Georgiev needs to tighten up on his breakaways, and I mean every day the two of the Devils that scored just put it through. The 5-hole was big. 5-hole was big.
That 5-hole was big.
Thanks, Sam.
Ooh, yeah.
So no, I didn't have a whole lot of confidence, and it was funny because we're sitting watching the shootout, and Avery's watching with us, and she keeps asking like the Rangers will make a stop. Okay, so now what happens? And I'll be like, all right, now we got to score. And then she's like, all right, what else? So then what happens? I said, well, then they score and they win. But then they didn't score. And then she's like, all right, now what do they got to do? I said, now they got to stop the Devils again. And then what happens? I said, then we shoot again.
That's so funny.
Yeah. It was a good shootout, though.
It was, man.
Yeah, I still hate the fact that that's the way a game gets decided, but I've lost that. I've lost that battle. It's not coming back. Gary Bettman swears the fans love it. I haven't talked to one fan that says that's the way. I've never heard a fan say this is how a game should be decided. Never. I think they all enjoy watching it and they enjoy the 3-on-3, but I don't think any one of them has ever said to me, this is how I think a game should be decided.
They absolutely love the 3-on-3. They hate the shootout. I'm predominantly most fans. Jen, I have
a love-hate with the 3-on-3. I don't like the strategy change because it's a lot of keep away. And I think it takes away from the game a little bit because guys are afraid to do certain things because one bad bounce, one bad pass, and the game could be over. It's a breakaway the other way. So I kind of wish I had heard this theory or this suggestion a couple of years ago, and it actually stuck with me. I really liked it. I think they should play 5 minutes of 4-on-4, then go 4 minutes or 5 minutes of 3-on-3. And if nobody wins, nobody wins. No shootout.
Okay. I mean, I enjoy it. I like the fact that if you take a shot and it goes wide, the other team can just pick it up and they're gone the other way. Goalies can make a lot of crucial saves. I find it exciting.
And I'm not completely against a tie unless it's that Lions-Steelers game from Sunday. That was That was one of the worst football games I've ever seen in my entire
Oh
life.
my God. You should have been at the sports books watching that. The Steeler fans all in their freaking Steeler jerseys, sitting
Waving
there,
the towels.
waving the towels. I'm sitting there, yell. I was the biggest Lions fan you ever seen.
I'm sure you were.
Yeah.
You just love to antagonize
I
people.
love to be the heel at these things. As long as I don't get beat up. You know, people get passionate about their sports, as we know. And, you know, you
known to happen.
But I try to be sly about it. You know. But
that game was awful.
It was terrible.
Just awful. So, and well, yeah. So the Rangers have Toronto tomorrow night, and then obviously Saturday's game has been canceled. Which, believe me when I tell you, absolutely devastating to Eddie and I that we're not going to get together with you guys this Saturday. We've been planning this for months. Just, you know, finally we were all going to be together again. It's been 2 years as of November 23rd, I believe. And that when Tony Stanziano, one of our longtime listeners, and I don't know if he's ever missed a viewing party, posted in our group, the game is canceled. This sucks. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? The game is canceled. And sure enough, I looked and you know, the guy from the Ottawa Sun was reporting that the game was going to be canceled. Then all of a sudden I see that the Senators are completely ravaged by COVID. So dumbass Canadians.
Again, just I feel bad because there were previous dates that there was too much conflict with me and my band or just other things. We could have had it, and then we started on this date, and then all of a sudden Jim texted me this, I was like, what? He's fucking, this is some kind of, but you don't try to hose me. Usually you're real with the info. So I was like, fuck. Like, what? Did all of Canada get fucking quarantined? So apparently in Ottawa, I don't know, they got the COVIDs. So it's like the mumps outbreak many years ago when the Rangers got mumps.
Right.
I'm so disappointed. And Costa of course, went off the rails. I'm sure he's boycotting this show.
Probably is.
He's like, Eddie ruined it. Eddie ruined my life. Well, you know what, Costa? Whatever. I'm not going to react to you.
I'm not sure if you guys, I know most of you are, but if you're not on Facebook and you listen to the show, and I mean, everybody knows Costa, but I can tell you that he was absolutely apoplectic. There is no better word for that. I mean, I actually got messages from people. Is he going to be okay about this? And I'm like, I don't know, man. He's got Costa's got, God bless him. God bless his loyalty, because we do appreciate it. He's got two things that he looks forward to. One is his wrestling shows, and the other is our viewing parties. And you know, it's been 2 years, like I said, and he was ready. You know, it's a big day to him. He comes into the city, he gets there 3 hours early. He sets up his stuff, and
this is what he texts me. Maybe because a lot of times he texts me and Jim the same thing.
Right.
So I'm curious. He goes, now I'm fucking pissed. I mean, all caps, really pissed off. Like losing a game, pissed off. Like ready to flip a desk, pissed off. Did he text you that?
No, I didn't get a text from him.
Well, I must be in a lot of trouble now.
I think I've not gotten a message from him.
Listen, Costa, I got a life. I make decisions on that life. I'm sorry. That's all I can say. If you're going to take severe umbrage and hold a grudge against me, fine. I've been with you through the battles to your controversial stage. I've seen you mature over the years. Wait a minute. I haven't seen you mature over the years. But still, you better not be boycotting this show tonight because no viewing party because of me. If you are, you're a stu-not. What's going on? The Oklahoma Thunder? What sport's that? Basketball? Oh, they beat the Rockets. That I know. So, yes, this gay community. He might be working at the gay community tonight, so maybe that's why he's not here.
He has not messaged me.
Wow.
So
he's maintaining radio silence. He's off the grid.
He's off the grid.
He's with Strokey and Red now.
Right. He's pledged his allegiance. Hey guys, he's pledged his allegiance. Hey guys.
Well, whatever he has to do to get over it.
It's very hard. It's very hard for him. Did you ever in your wildest dreams imagine that you'd have somebody so loyal to this? Crazy.
Listen, Then he proposed like some kind of Zoom call or something. Well, let's meet in New Jersey. Let's meet. That doesn't change the game.
Well, no. The reason why he said that was because first thing I did, of course, was I immediately look at the Rangers schedule, trying to find an alternative date. And the Rangers schedule is shitty. It's not very conducive for a lot of weeknight games. And they don't have a road game. They don't have another road game until January 8th. And that's in Anaheim, which does us absolutely no good because we're not having a viewing party at 10 o'clock at night.
Right.
So then there was January 15th when the Rangers were in Philadelphia, which isn't a great That's not a great option either because a lot of people who come to our viewing parties will go down to Philly for the game. But that's what we had to work with, but that option is not available for Slattery's. So that was when Costa said, "Oh, maybe we need to find another place," which, it's easy for him to say, "Oh, go find another place," but it's not as easy as you think. We've had some good spots, and we've had some bad spots. I mean, Percy's was nice because Colin Cosell was arranging it all and taking care of us, but that was we were cramped in there.
Yes.
And then Irish Times, Jesus, that place was just weird.
The service there was terrible.
Service was terrible. The guy stiffed us on promises, and anyway, they're out of business anyway. So and New York City's it's easy for most of the group.
Yeah, because it's a hub.
Right. It's New York City. So anyway, we're working on it. Eddie and I will have to talk offline and try and figure out what to do. Because we did want to have a second viewing party in March, but we can't have a second one until we have our first one. So I don't know. I don't know. We may have to look at some home dates. I don't know. I don't know. We may have to just say fuck it and do a home game. I don't know.
Yeah. We may have to do that. Whatever we got to do.
We want to be with you guys as much as you guys want to, come hang out with us. Believe me. I went upstairs. I was working when this all came down. Jen was in the kitchen. I just went and stood in the doorway, and I'm like, the fucking game is canceled. We have to cancel the viewing party.
I cried for 10 days.
10 days?
No, it hasn't even been 10 days. But still. So
Chris had to sing Eddie to sleep.
Yes.
That night. So I sing you to sleep.
Oh my God. After the loving.
After the loving. Anyway.
So we got some other things to talk about, I think.
Do we?
Well, I want to get your takes on stuff. Now, are we all pro Julian Gauthier now that he got a goal, scored a goal, has been playing well?
He's been playing well. Yeah, I mean, look, I got no complaints about the way anybody's playing. I'd be crazy, to I really have no complaints. I think a lot of the guys that got off to slow starts have played very well. I'd like to see a little more out of Zibanejad, but we're getting,
he's
we're
an
getting
assist
more out of
guy
some other
now. I
players.
mean, he's not putting the puck in there, but Panarin's starting to pick up the goal scoring.
He's shooting the puck more. The goaltending's been good from both guys for the most part. I losing Sammy Blais is going to leave a hole in what they want to do. I think the style they want to play, but maybe Morgan Barron gets a shot. Now maybe he comes up.
Should be interesting to see what happens.
Keandre Miller's been good. Trouba, like I said, has been good. Fox is on his way to Norris number 2.
But I will say, I mean, maybe you can look it up. See if you could look up their plus minus, that first pairing for the last 3 games. I feel like they've been on the ice for more goals than usual.
Lindgren and Fox were on the ice for 2 goals against the Devils. I'm pretty sure of that.
Okay. I feel like
Lindgren
has not been as
Lindgren and Fox were a -1 against the Devils. Lindgren and Fox was a +2 against Columbus. Lindgren was a +1 against Columbus. And we're going to talk about Brendan Gallagher fucking sucker punching.
Oh, we'll talk about that. That fucking nonsense. And then at the end of the game, fucking what's his face taking a shot at Trouba.
Fox and Lindgren were both even against Montreal last night.
Okay. I feel like but hey, they're winning. All right, let's talk about this other fucking shit. Who was the guy?
By the way, just real quick, just to finish the thought. Trouba is leading the team in plus minus, +4. Fox is a +3. Lindgren's a +3. And Ryan Reeves is leading the team in hits.
And he probably will.
What's that?
No, I said he probably will wind up at the end, for forwards at least, probably wind up. That's another thing, because these guys hit so much and they tend to get hurt. And again, I don't want to just, keep belaboring the point of Ryan Reeves' age. But he's going to be in and out of the lineup. That's when he's in the lineup, he's got to do what he's been brought here to do. So it makes it even more important. He does things like he did last night. And he's got to take the garbage out.
Right.
I'm 34 years old.
So I just think, anywho, I think that it's just more important for him he's got to drop the gloves. So anyway, you want to go back to the sucker punches.
Sammy Blais was 3rd on the team in hits, 37. Kreider next with 35. Anyway,
I just thought it was, I don't know what's going on here. I got some commercial running in the background on my fucking.
I mean, Gallagher and Goodrow are kind of jawing at each other before the face-off, and then they tangle a little bit, and Gallagher just hauls off and punches him right in the mush.
I think Goodrow, I'm pretty good at reading lips. I think Micheletti actually picked up on this. He was chirping him about the fucking Stanley Cup or something. There was something going on there. That fucking set off Gallagher. Gallagher.
You got the Sledge-O-Matic out.
What?
Gallagher got the Sledge-O-Matic out.
Yeah. And you could see Goodrow was having a good time with that whole thing. Even after the fight, he was smiling.
He's always smiling on the ice. I like him. I'm coming around on him.
I think he is as advertised. He's a character guy. He's killing penalties. I mean, he seems a little bit offensively challenged, but he's doing what he's supposed to do. And I think the Rangers needed more players like that. I mean,
he's got 7 points.
It's not bad.
Not bad. We'll take it.
It's not bad at all. So
Adam Fox leading the team in scoring.
it's like the Brian Leach days again. That 1 year when Brian Leach led all Rangers in scoring.
Him and Panarin are both 4 and 12.
But then at the end of the game, it was it Josh Anderson went after, was it Trouba again?
Yes.
What the hell is Trouba doing out there? He's aggravating everybody. And it's and I like the fact,
job, right?
yeah. No, he's doing his job out there. And so, you know, the Rangers are doing stuff out there. Now, listen, Montreal's a very frustrated hockey club. The season is not going the way they thought it was going to go.
No.
And they're going in reverse. So they're going into it. Now, I think this Ranger-Toronto game is going to be
big game.
Big game.
Big game.
Although Toronto will not tell you it's a big game. They asked him, would this be kind of a barometer of where you are? Because the first time we played Toronto, it was fucking open season on Shesterkin.
Right.
Where they wound up getting 51 shots a net or something like that. Some fucking crazy number. So you would think he would say yes, but he didn't. He says, it's just another game. It's just
that was was the Toronto game that Shesterkin just stole. He had 40 saves.
And Toronto has completely turned it around. They got off to a terrible start. Now they're running high. They reconnected. They reformed the Mitch Marner, Austin Matthews connection.
Toronto has won 9 of their last 10, and like the Rangers, have won 4 in a row.
Who will Cutter be rooting for?
He roots for the Rangers in these games, I believe.
He does, huh?
I believe he does, yeah. I think Rangers come first with him now. At least that's what he says. I don't know what he tells his friends. Well, that's all right. I don't, hey, look, when he's with us, I expect nothing but his unquestioned loyalty.
I think we have it.
What he says in private in the bars of Kitchener is another story.
He's surely more loyal than Costa is, or as I should call him now, Ghosta. Ghosta latest is not with us tonight. Ghosta. Listen, don't call me selfish. Not shellfish, selfish. I'm not selfish about anything.
I'm not even going to pay attention to it.
Sorry. Not even going to into it. Bit by bit. You eat my heart out. Eat my heart out.
I don't care.
Mike says to Archie. Oh, you do.
You know something? I swear I think you do these things sometimes just to eat my heart out. And that's what you do, Little by little, piece by piece, you eat my heart out. I don't care.
I don't care.
Cutter predicts a shootout.
Oh, that's his way of sitting on the fence.
He won't commit.
Who wins the shootout?
Who are you rooting for? I don't care who wins. Who are you rooting for?
You want to talk to Matt Morello? Are you ready?
Let's see what Matt has to say.
All right. Let's bring Matt on. Get things moving. What's going on, Matt?
What's up, guys?
How are you?
Salute.
I want to let you know you weren't the only ones that got those texts. I guess in Jim's case, you didn't get any messages from Costa.
I'm almost disappointed.
I did. I got him.
Maybe he's mad at me because I gave him such a rash of shit about selling the Bud Light.
He don't care about that.
No?
I got a whole explanation for it.
Okay, go.
How $250 or whatever the hell he sold it for is big money to him. And he has this thing about me being rich, which...
He thinks everybody's rich. He thinks Eddie and I are rich.
Yeah.
He's obsessed with how much things cost. Obsessed.
Really? I haven't noticed.
If I ever post a picture, like I don't know how closely you pay attention to my Facebook, but you see over the summer we got a Blackstone griddle for outside. Within 24 hours, I had a message from him. If you don't mind me asking, how much that set you back?
Who cares?
If you don't mind me asking.
Well, Ed, remember when we went out to lunch with him that time? He was looking at my phone and he's like, "Oh, you got the older one," like knowing what that would cost.
Right?
Like,
Yeah, he's big on the phones too. Oh, what phone is that? And he'll take a look at it. He looks at it like a fucking chimpanzee too. Expensive phone. He starts hopping up and down. Ghoster. How dare you call me selfish?
He wants me. The reason I bring it up, he wants me to go to that AEW show, and I'm like, well, Coast, that's like the day of my birthday, and he's like, oh, it's a birthday gift. He goes, you could do the VIP thing, but it's gonna set you back like $1,300. I go, who the fuck do you think I am that I got $1,300
on wrestling?
$1,300 on wrestling.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're coming from the guy who has he spent $1,300 in his life on tickets.
Yeah. You could tell me that Macho Man and Roddy Piper are coming back from the dead to fight in a steel cage at Madison Square Garden. And, as long as I'm there, that's the only way they're doing it. And I still wouldn't spend $1,300. Not even if you told me Miss Elizabeth was going to be in the ring naked in her prime, would I spend $1,300?
But what's like VIP to wrestling? Like, I don't know. What's that look like?
I don't.
I mean, I'm going to that show. I don't have VIP.
Okay,
though.
so perfect example. I'm not just doing it because I say I got the shirt on. I'm a huge UFC MMA fan. When it first became legal in New York, McGregor, who I have the shirt on for, was fighting. To get into the Garden cost $1,300 for the last row, like Chase Bridge. I didn't spend $1,300 then. And trust me, there was like a split second where I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do it. But I didn't. But now I'm going to do it for a wrestling show in Newark?
Right.
In Newark.
In
Newark for $1,300.
Oh, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to the IBS arena.
No, this one. So he's going to that one, and he's going to the one in Newark.
Oh, God. That's redundant.
I think he went to the one in Newark they had in...
Yes, he did.
Yeah, and he went to the one at the tennis center.
Yeah, at the
Can you
tennis
imagine him walking around Newark? Oh, my God.
Wow. If there's wrestling fans, it's going to be like 10,000 of them.
Even more.
10,000 incels.
That might be the safest time to be in Newark.
How many hours has he got to work at the gay community to go to these wrestling things?
I don't know.
But he was messaging me his whole like life story about some and then he sent me another video which I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I'm gonna be honest.
Himself?
No, it's like some old guy that like I don't know.
Wait. I'm intrigued by this.
I'm trying to think how I put this. It's of some like older guy talking about his like life issues or some shit.
Oh, I think I know this. Yeah, I think I've been the recipient of this video.
He sent it to me, and I love Costa, so I'm trying to be nice. But I'm sitting there going,
he's known as Ghosta.
Ghosta, and I'm sitting there going, man, you know I have probably more free time than most. But I don't have this level of free time to be sitting there watching this.
Is it the guy that's like he considers himself an alpha, like an alpha
yes.
dog? Yeah, and all women should be subservient to men.
Yeah.
It's the same guy. He started to send it to me. I'm like, I'm married. I'm already subservient. I can't be saved. I'm only kidding.
Like I don't know, is he trying to get me into this like cult of his?
Yeah,
like,
that's how he is. He's like, he's given up on women, and they're all. That's how he thinks things should be handled.
Get out of here, you bum.
It's like all, and then he was doing something about like the social justice warrior Ranger fan because it related to the whole thing with Reeves, and I'm trying to put the dots together because I do kind of like a good conspiracy theory, but I couldn't make it out. Like, I was really trying. I couldn't put A and B together.
I mean, I love the guy, but right now he's in my doghouse for calling me selfish. We'll make
now,
up.
I'll say this. He might be in your doghouse now, but Cutsy, you with your little props with the salt. Enough. Your prop sucks.
Wow.
Your
Gauntlet
prop
has
is
been thrown.
This show's become like Piper's Pit. Everybody just calling out people to start new rivalries.
In fact, Jeff, you sit there and say, "Oh, I'm trying to get in your head and all this." Who's the one who lives rent-free in whose head? Because every time someone says something to you, you somehow spill my name out as, "Oh, I attack you. Oh, I bully you. Oh, I'm the enemy." So who's in whose head, Jeff? If you want, come on right now, and we'll have another go at it, even though I kicked your ass the last time. And since then, you only call in when I'm not here. So, Jeff, who's the bad guy? Me or you?
Wow.
Anyway.
Wow.
I love it. It's almost like a wrestling promo between two wrestlers. They just came in.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Anywhere, anytime, I'll meet you in the ring in the squared circle.
Speaking of which, Jeff, we're going to talk about props. Who's the fucking champ now, Jeff? There you go. Look at this shit. Baddest motherfucker in this show. Me.
That's
not
right.
you, Jeff.
He's got
me.
the BMF title.
That's right. I got the title. Not you, Jeff. You know why? Because you're the biggest bitch in this fucking chat room. That's right. You're always whining up in there in Kitchener.
I just turned into a wrestling show, but I love it.
You're not the bad guy, Jeff. Shut the fuck up. No one hates you.
All right, BMF, you got anything else before we get to Connors so we can wrap this up?
Yeah, Ryan Reeves sucks.
Whoa!
Wow!
You know, you bring him in, and he's supposed to be, oh, we're laying down the law. It's like the Attitude Era of the Rangers, the NWO, the Wolfpack's coming in. He doesn't do the job against Tom Wilson, and I've heard the whole theories of, oh, it's against it's TNT, Bettman told them all this. Okay, that's fine. Well, now you have an incident with Subban, and now I'm being told, oh, now we're going into philosophy over the games and all that. And no, you suck, dude. You got your. It's almost like Derek Boogaard, except Derek Boogaard, was brain dead and on drugs and all that. Last time I heard, you don't have issues. So what the fuck is it? Are you just a big lunk-headed idiot who's a pussy? Like, I don't understand. And all these people making excuses for him. What is it? Because he's black in that case, and we don't want to go after him? Yeah, that's right. I'm in Quinon or whatever that thing. I'm in
QAnon.
Quinon, yeah, whatever.
It's David Quinon.
Yeah, sure. I'm so. Yeah, and then I fight this fight even with the pedestrian Ranger fans on the outside too, because I'm viewed as the devil when I say that he sucks. Oh, you hated this thing from the start. He's a great guy in the locker room.
I could give a shit less.
Who gives a shit? Unless you're in there, or unless Reeves is paying you off, or he's giving you a little something under the desk. Who gives a shit about that? When he's on the ice, he hasn't done a damn thing.
Well, I think. All right, I'm gonna play racist advocate here. Devil's advocate, not racist.
All right, Archie Bunker, please.
Devil's advocate, not New Jersey Devil's advocate. I mean, I think he's been better as a player than I thought, and he does hit. But
that's worth $4 million?
I know, dude, I totally am with you. You're brought here to do one thing, and you can't fucking do it. And again,
twice.
Why the fuck is this one not working?
Twice. And you're 34 years old.
Why the fuck is this one not working?
And you're not a hockey player.
Why the fuck is this one not working?
I don't know why that motherfucker's not working, but he's got to start fucking killing people. He's a goon. He's not a hockey player. So do your job.
Y'all, I have no idea what the fuck's going on. I honestly have no idea. This is.
You have one job. Literally one job. You play 6 minutes a game. And when something like that happens, I don't want to hear some hockey IQ explanation as to why you don't do your one job.
Exactly.
I don't like you, but in that moment, you were going to be... everybody was going to sit there and say, okay, he's here for a reason and he did it. And now what? The season's been like a month and a half. You've had 2 defining moments for your existence as a Ranger so far, and you shit the bed twice.
Well, no, he's right. He's right. He's riled me up now with all the wrestling talk now and everything. I'm ready to go.
Got you fired up.
The Rangers are not paying him to be fucking Socrates and fucking and fucking be all philosophical.
Not working.
We want him to fucking have the mind of Dale Purinton, who, like, you know, was eating raw meat in the locker room, couldn't wait to be fucking unchained to go out there and beat somebody up.
Ty Domi would have done that. Hell, and again, I'm no fan of this individual. I thought he was an idiot, but Sean Avery would have done something.
Of course. Sean Avery was very outspoken the first time he didn't fight Tom Wilson. I wonder what he thinks about this. I mean, even though, you know, he's insane as it is, but still.
I know
I was a fan of Sean Avery.
I know Jen's going to be on my side on this. Matt Barnaby might be drunk in a golf cart, and he might not know where his wallet is the next day, but Matt Barnaby would have done something about it.
That's right. I can name at least a dozen Rangers that would have done something about it.
Dan Carcillo would have done something about it.
That's right.
Now,
Paul would have done it.
He might have done something to Marion Gaborik, too, which, that's another issue, but he would have done something about it. But no, the guy that we throw money bags after... No, he does nothing. He'll just skate around and, I'll lay a hit on him when the play is going on.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Stop.
That bison head Brendan Lemieux, like Connor says, he wouldn't went after him.
Shut the hell up.
Very fired up Matt Morello tonight.
I love it.
I've had enough. And you know what? Yes, some of it is held over anger from the whole thing with Gordon and JD. And I know I got to let that go. But you know what? Maybe
it's a protest party. You're upset.
That too. Maybe it's the Italian in me and the grudge holder and, guilty
well, you're
on all
the BMF champion. I mean,
that's right.
You gotta
that is correct. I walk the walk and I talk the talk. Unlike you, Cutter, which, by the way, I'm still waiting. Where are you? Where the fuck are you? Were you still in Milan's bunker over there, Jeff? Can't get the signal?
All right. We're going to let you go. We're going to bring Connor in, and we'll see if Cutsy shows up before it's all said and done.
All right.
Take care, Matt.
Whose Wi-Fi is Connor taking to make the call?
Wow, he's throwing heat at Connor now.
Everybody. He is just a house of fire tonight. This is just, wow. No one is being spared.
All right.
Connor, that was a joke. I like it. Don't get me wrong.
Red Howden got a second, by the way.
Nice.
Why we let him go?
Hart Trophy. Mary
Take
Hart.
care, Matt.
Take it easy, boys. Good night.
Taking heat with it, trying to get heat with all our other callers.
I love it. The more angst this fan base shows, the better. What's up, Connor?
Well, I mean, it's hard to succeed Matt, but from one Italian to another, we're like the BSU Goodfellas, and he's the Jimmy to my Henry Hill because I survived at the ending.
Yes, you survived to be an alcoholic on the run and then died in obscurity.
Well, unfortunately, I won't be able to present myself with that beautiful alcoholism at the viewing party that wasn't.
I know, it stinks.
Well, you know what? I will. I'll pour a Yingling out for you guys on Sunday against the Buffalo. Okay, well.
So, what's going on? What are your thoughts, your prayers, your feelings on the Rangers?
I mean, I don't get me wrong. I'm happy we're doing well. I hate to, pour some cold water on this fiery team here, but I'm, the last 4 games we've been playing some really bad teams, whether it's the Devils or the Canadiens, and I'd like to see how we line up against the Maple Leafs or the Hurricanes or whomever to see, like, is this team for real? Because we're basically riding on the backs of Fox and Igor and Kreider and Panarin, and so I'd just like to see, is this team legit?
Well, I mean, I don't disagree with you, but you can only play the hand you're dealt. And
that's fair.
A good team, if you want to be a good team, you got to beat the bad teams. You got to make sure you beat the bad teams. And, well, they've done that, at least in the last 2 weeks. So
my expectations for the Rangers is they're not as good as the Carolinas and Torontos. So if they lose to them, I'm not going to be like, wow, I know what you're saying. I don't want to put the horse. Are they really going to be a 10-3 type team the whole year?
No.
Probably not.
But at the same time, the November games matter just as much as the April games.
I just don't want to see them get mangled and embarrassed like they did against Calgary. That's all.
Right. I want them to be competitive and and like I said, I don't know how he's doing it, but Gallant is doing it. I mean, the message is getting through. And I've seen so many times with Ranger coaches, the message doesn't get through. And it got through these last 3 or 4 games. Get shots on net. Spend less time in your zone.
Some breaking Wolfpack news there. The Wolfpack have come back from a 2-goal deficit, and they've taken the lead 4-3. We got to talk to Cody Bondra next week. We'll get him on.
Yeah, Cody's at the game tonight. So, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, I'm not rooting for any, injury to be long term, but with Blay out, let's see what kind of young gun we can bring up at Hartford, considering we've got plenty of promising guys.
There's a guy down in Hartford right now that Jim wants. What's that guy's name again?
Not Morgan.
My guy, the fighter guy with the weird hair.
Oh, PC Labrie.
PC. He's waiting with bated breath.
He's there's your guy right there.
PC Labrie.
PC Labrie, baby. Bring him up. Let's get it done. This guy's 35 years old. He's tanned. He's rested. He's ready.
Oh, jeez. PC Labrie. Will he bring it? Will he bring up his shillelagh up to the Rangers?
He's got cup experience.
Called a cup experience.
He played with Tampa.
6 games.
Hey.
Hey, we have the second coming of Glenn Anderson then.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who they plug in. Is that what he's looking like now?
Look at him. It looks like Torment.
Yeah, he looks like he should be in Vikings.
Oh my God. Well, he's one face tattoo and an electric guitar away from being a rocker.
That's true. Even one of those Viking metal bands. PC Labrie. All right, well.
Free Labrie.
4
assists.
He's rocking. He's ready.
Right.
I wonder where he is, like, on the team depth chart. He's got to be like the last guy.
He's probably getting more airtime than he's ever gotten his entire career. Guy's been around 20 years.
If I go to that
Pierre Cedric Labrie.
If Cody can hook me up where the players go out, I'm going to ask PC Labrie if he could be on the show when I go to that Hartford game.
That'd be awesome. Maybe we can get Cody to make it happen.
I can do the guy I do this show with loves you. He's been calling for you all year. Every time an injury comes, Free Labrie, hashtag Free Labrie.
That's right.
We'll get it trending. He'll have to come.
Yeah, hell, if I ever go to a Hartford game, I'll bring a pipe down there and I'll say, "Can you pay the Pied PC?"
The Pied PC. Let me get your thoughts quickly on the whole Ryan Reeves situation. Should he have fought Subban, and was the Subban hit illegal or dirty or clean?
Dirty, typical, give him a slap on the wrist, 1-game suspension. As long as, it's addressed better and, Jim Dolan doesn't get in a fight with the clown Bettman and the Rangers don't get fined, I'd consider it a victory. The Rangers have already been ruined once this time. Don't let another hit ruin the entire team again. Like, you know, and also, like, you know, it doesn't matter color of skin. We got pissed off when Tom Wilson laid that hit down. It's about the hit. It's not about the fact that, you know, who he is. Okay. You know, so at this point, I'm just hoping that the next time we play the Devils, we have our own Brendan Smith to really take it to Subban.
Brendan Smith would have fought him. I think you said that in the chat room.
Fought him, and he would have kicked his ass.
Anthony Deuce, the person who said that was Jay of the Dead, a.k.a. Jason Patrick. I haven't mentioned that to him this season so far, that Barclay Goodrow was going to be the next Adam Graves. He's not even the next Ryan Graves, Peter Graves, or what's the other Graves? Lynn Red Graves.
He's not going to be the next Deep Graves as far as I'm concerned.
There's a little bonus coverage for you here.
Uh-oh, bonus coverage.
Oh. Why didn't they call me up sooner? And there we got fight right off the face-off.
That's Labrie and Dorsett. That's Pierre Cedric, or as he's better known around here, PC Labrie.
He's about twice as big as Dorsett, but as we know, Dorsett does not back down from anybody.
Look at this toughness.
Wow, he's big. I mean, Derek Dorsett wasn't the biggest guy, but
I don't know what got that.
There he is.
I mean,
get me PC Labrie.
If PC, I bet you PC Labrie would have beaten up PK. PK versus PK crime.
Send PC after PK.
I mean, at this point, I don't know why we threw all this money at Ryan Reeves and Barclay Goodrow. I mean, we could have easily saved a ton of the money by just bringing up PC.
Oh, that's so funny. Derek Doorstop. I forgot about that. I liked him.
I watched
What is
trash.
Cutter asking you about Jennifer Lawrence for?
What the hell's he talking about?
Who knows? So you're saying it's dirty. Should Reeves have started to punch first and ask questions later?
I mean, he's anyone else but him, because of the fact that he's already dug himself so deep in terms of hits and suspensions that, like, anything else is like a little too south for him. So I'd hold off on Reeves, but I'd say a Barclay Goodrow or someone, you know, with good hands, not Chris Kreider, could really take it.
Are you still going to kill Chris Kreider? I mean, the guy is off to a Superman-like start.
I mean,
still not going to give it up.
Oh, no, don't get me wrong. I'm all too happy about the fact that he's scoring like a madman. I hope he keeps it up. But, you know, at the same time, you know, when he I'm just here for the ride, and, you know, hoping
he's
that
at 45 goals, I don't want to hear anything. The man's a man possessed right now. Well, you know,
let's keep
I'll
it that
probably
way.
be with you after he slumps a little bit. I'll be all over him again. I mean,
yeah, well, when he slumps, at least I can say I was consistent.
Right. And so you think obviously the coach doesn't think it, but don't you think this Toronto, like you? I guess you said it already, that the Toronto game will kind of be a barometer where the Rangers are.
It'll be a test, yeah, because of the fact that, you know, Shesterkin, who's been dominant so far, was really shit the bed the last time. So, you know, this is a makeup game for him, and you know, if he shows if he's got his glove and his stick ready, you know, I'm all for it. I hope he has a good game, and you know, if you know, we go into Toronto and really take it to them, then, you know, I'll eat my words up from what I said that was pessimistic at the beginning of the season.
Well, I think, well, I mean, 10-3-3. I'm still cautionary about the whole season. Still, I mean,
yeah,
I'm trying to figure out what kind of identity the Rangers are. I still really haven't figured it out yet. I mean, So I'm only kidding with the 45 goals. I don't think he'll get 45 goals, but say he actually breaks 30 this year. That would be a great accomplishment for him.
Well, if he breaks 30, then I'll be all too happy that we hired Gallant, considering the fact that Kreider, he didn't break 30 under AV, didn't break 30 under Quinn. So evidently, I don't know what juice Gallant is giving him, but it's good juice.
Yes. All right, Connor.
Unlike the stupid juice that I go with.
No, man, no. You're okay. All
right, Connor.
All right, Connor. Take care. Thank you.
Take it easy, fellas.
Good night.
Good night.
Wow.
Said it all.
Nobody guessed your jersey, apparently.
Nobody guessed my jersey.
How about the people at home? Say what right now as you're watching this.
I did get a message from Paul Gaduzzi with a couple of guesses, but he was incorrect. It is not Fatiou. It is not Brian Boyle. It is not Dan Boyle. It is not Mike Gartner.
Kelly Kissio.
It is not Kelly Kissio. I'll give a hint. Want a hint? Yeah. He was very recently discussed in the Blue Shirt Underground Facebook group, but is not a current Ranger. Hi, Chris. Good to see you.
I don't know.
He was one of Neil Smith's final trades and one of his worst.
Oh, Scrudlin?
Nope.
Mike Keene?
Nope. I don't know if he was. No.
Well, Zubov was. No, he wasn't that. I think I know. Bobby Rousseau.
No, not Alfie Pike. Alfie Pike, not Leach. Neil Smith traded him in early March of 2000 and was fired 3 weeks later. Awful trade. Awful. And it only got worse as this guy's career went on.
Wow, this has got me peaked. My interest peaked. What is that? I think that.
No, not Kovalev. Traded to an original 6 team. I'll give you that. Not Doug Waite. Traded to an original 6 team.
Tony Amonte.
Not Tony Amonte.
I think it's time for some kind of music reveal, and then you tell us. So if I got to sit here guessing 5 more minutes more, my head is going to explode. Uh-oh. Mike Knucklehead. Mike Knuble. That is a fantastic jersey.
Signed.
And then he went to Boston and scored like 20 goals.
30.
Around that. 30?
He got to be a 30-goal scorer. Then he went to Boston. He had 2 seasons that were a season and a half that were very similar to what he did with the Rangers, and then he kind of got it all figured out in Boston, and then went to Philly and was really a big-time player for Philly.
I liked him.
I did too.
I liked him, although I gave him the nickname Knucklehead. I still thought he was good. I really got that from a friend of mine who didn't like him, who wanted toughness.
This jersey was a gift from the great Steve Schaefer.
Steve Schaefer. He rocks, that guy. He's down. He moved down to Carolina. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, good for you. Wow. So Mike Knuble. Wow.
Mike Knuble. Traded for Rob Demaio.
Oh, he played like 8 games for the Rangers.
Terrible trade.
He's horrible, that guy.
And then Neil Smith was gone.
And I believe Rob Demaio started with the Islanders. He was an Islander dreg, I believe.
Might have been.
I say Demaio, you say Demaio. Let's call the whole thing off. Wow. So they had a big reveal. I think we would have been here for like 2 days.
Started as an Islander. And then went to Tampa, then Philly, then Boston, then the Rangers for 12 games.
Yep.
Carolina, Dallas, Tampa Bay.
Awful.
Journeyman. A suitcase, as they say.
Terrible. Hated that guy. He was small. How tall was Rob Demaio? Yeah,
5'10".
He played like he was 5'5".
Sixth
All right,
round pick of the New York Islanders in 1987.
Wow.
Good for him.
Man, Chara's stinking it up on the island, man. The fans are just
fighting. He's gotten in a couple of fights the last couple of
Yeah,
games.
yeah,
Guys
he
are
hasn't
nobody's
played
scared
well.
of Zeta. Nobody's scared of him anymore.
No.
Now he's in his early 50s. Nobody's scared of him.
They were turning against their own last time I seen them, those Islander fans. But they're still like, wait till we get home. That place is going to be crazy. Oh.
Who's going to go out to see the last place Islanders?
Yeah.
It'll take two home games, and then the novelty will wear off. I came, I saw.
They lose 6-1 back to back. Nobody will go.
Right, exactly.
So we'll see.
All right. Is that it? I got
I
nothing
think
else.
that's about it.
All right. Thank you all for being here. We will see you guys next week at some point.
Yeah.
At, Toronto tomorrow night. And then we've got the weekend off.
Is tomorrow night home or away?
They are on the road tomorrow night.
Hockey night. Yeah, that's not hockey night. Yeah.
They're away tomorrow night. Then Buffalo at home on Sunday, and then I guess their first game in the Irritable Bowel Arena.
Okay, well, let's go Rangers.
All right, you got it. Thanks everybody for being here. We love you. Podcast will be up in the morning. Take care, everybody.
Good night,
Eddie. Always a pleasure.
Always great seeing you in your Mike Kadubal jersey. It was an extra treat. Good night, everybody, and good luck.
All right. Good night, everybody.